Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I wanted to do something a little bit different today since most of my videos have just really been Cypher map guides. So I decided why not do some post-plant one-ways on all of the maps with Cypher. So these are all the one-ways for post-plant that I currently know of. There may be more out there, but these are the ones that I just know of at the moment. So without further ado, let's get into it. So a little note before I start showcasing these one-ways. These one-ways are a lot different than like your normal like defense one-ways and stuff like that. You have to basically time these very perfectly because otherwise you won't really get much value out of them. But once you actually start learning how to time them properly, you'll get a lot of value out of them, and it'll make it basically impossible for the enemy team to even attempt to retake your site. Beginning with the first post-plant one-way of this video, it actually happens on Haven A site. So I will say this now before I actually get into it. This is easily the most situational one out of all of the ones I'm going to be showing. You have to have a lot of map space to even be able to set this up in the first place. So just note that ahead of time. But if you think you have enough map space, the way this works is go against this wood right here in the corner. And if you see these two bricks right here, this brick and this brick, you go down to the first one I showed, the corner of it, and go in between them both like that. And go in the middle. And once you get it like that, throw. And you get a one-way for CT. Just so you guys can see how it works, when you think they're actually starting to push up CT, activate this cage. And you have a one-way for CT that'll get you more time and kills. So Haven actually has two post-plant one-ways, and the second one is for C site and helps you watch garage. So the way this one works is you go into this corner right here. You have to make sure you're safe when you do so, otherwise you're gonna get killed from there. But if you think you have the space to do this, if you see this like little cork right here, aim on it and go a little bit down on the wire and just throw. So the way this works is when you think they're actually starting to push up garage, activate this cage.
Cage triggered.
And you have a really nice one-way to see into garage. It's also pretty hard for them to see you from down there, so it's still really strong for even if they're far back garage. Moving over to the next map, it's actually Ascent. So these two one-ways I'm going to showcase on Ascent I've actually shown before on a shorts video, but I feel like it's good if I mention it again just in case you guys haven't seen that yet. So for this one-way, you get in this corner right here, and if you see the HUD between your cage and your camera, get it like near this box like that, and then aim up about like 1/4 through that crate, and then just throw. It's very lenient. It does not have to be specific. It's going to be very easy for you to learn this one. But once you do it, this is what it's going to look like. So you activate the cage on the pushing stairs. And you have a nice one-way for when they push stairs. And you have a big advantage if they decide to push downstairs as well. So the second post-plant one-way on Ascent moves over to A site now. I have also showed this one on my shorts video. But as I said before, I'm going to show them again. So for this one-way, I've actually made up my own lineup for it. So you go into this corner right here. And there's two clouds that have like little ears on them. You go in between them and throw. It does not have to be specific either. But once you get it, you're going to play right here. And when you think they're actually about to approach heaven, you activate the cage. And you get really nice kills for heaven before they can even push up. Moving over to the third map, being Pearl, I'm just going to say this now. This one-way I'm going to showcase is easily the strongest one-way that you're going to see in this video. But to do so, you're going to have to get in a bit of a dangerous position, and your teammates are going to have to protect you while you do this. So to start out the one-way, you get in this corner right here, And if you see this like little shadow above the line, follow it along for a little until you get to this line right here. And then move a little bit more up on that line and throw. If you do it correctly, it should look like this. And then once you do that, you can actually go back to main. And the way this works, when you think they're actually pushing flower, you activate the cage. And you have a really amazing one-way for post-plant for flowers. So moving over to B side on Pearl, this one-way will not always be good for you, but it definitely has its uses, so you should know about it. So with this one, you're going to need a bit of control too as well, like the Haven one, but not as much. You basically need to get into this corner right here. And if you see this line right here, just throw around like halfway through it with your crosshair. And then you should have a little cage like that. So this only works and is only necessary when they're actually pushing Link. So when you think they're actually on Link, you activate this cage. And you have a really nice one-way for Link. And they cannot see you, even if they crouch. Going over to Lotus, I'm going to showcase a really nice one-way for waterfall for post-plant. So you want to stand right here. You're going to be in a bit of a dangerous position. You're going to be available to 3 spots to get shot from. So you're going to have to get watched while you do this. But if you think you have time to do this, you're going to use the HUD between your cage and your camera to do this. And you're going to aim it right there. You should learn this ahead of time. But once you get that, throw. And it should land up there. So the way this looks is you're going to be playing like around here. If you think they're in waterfall now, you activate the cage. And you have a really nice one-way for waterfall. The last post-plant one-way that I currently know of at the moment is actually on Lotus, A site. So the way this works is you actually have to take control of site and plant in a very specific spot, which makes this different from the other setups already. So you have to plant around this position, and once you do so, you can go against this box, and then if you see this like little line right here, go to the end of it with your crosshair and throw. And once you do it right, you should have something like that. So the way this works is you want to stand back here, and when you hear the defuse start, you activate this cage. And you can get a really easy kill on the diffuser and play time after. That is all of the post-plant one-ways with Cypher that I currently know on all of the maps. With that being said, thank you for watching. I hope you guys stick around, as in the future I'm going to be making more guides and montages that you guys will hopefully enjoy. But for right now, see you.